everyone. Jim and Chris back with another update. We've been getting some people reaching out and asking the question, hey, I bought a quad with you. It's not leasing up as quick as the quad I bought a few years ago. Chris, do you have any update on what's going on with that?
Well, first of all, they're right. They're not leasing up as fast as they were 2 years ago. Yeah, we're seeing that. I mean, in all seriousness, we are seeing longer lease up times, really across all asset types, but particularly our quads. We're seeing that the lease up times have lengthened. In really all of our markets that we're building quads, and what we think is going on with that is a short-term oversupply of the size product that these quads are. So the two-bed, two-bath, 1,000 to 1,100 square foot units. They somewhat compete a little bit with multifamily, and we've seen some of the multifamily operators get very aggressive due to all of these multifamilies that came online here in 23 and 24, due to everybody permitting projects and then having them delayed through COVID, or having permits delayed through COVID. You had all these projects really coming online all at the same time. And that tends to compete a little bit more with our quad product than per se with our single family or even our duplex product for that matter. So we're seeing longer stabilization periods, no doubt. And at the end of the day, we're now telling our clients who maybe somebody bought a quad from us 2 years ago, we might have had all 4 units leased within 30 days. Yeah. And now we're seeing much longer lease up times. We're seeing 60, 90, even in some cases 120 days to lease units. And it's a combination of the additional supply in other communities, but also as we have properties coming online, we were expecting faster absorptions in those communities. So now we compound the problem with the properties that we had already started construction on that now are coming online. So we've made corrections to slow down some of our starts to help ease these absorption issues. But it takes a while for that to take effect, because if a property is already under construction, you can't really stop in the middle. So we see that is going to ease up. We are still telling our clients, if you have a quad that's going to close here in the next 12 months, we truly believe that we're going to see these longer lease-up periods over the next 12 months while this inventory shakeup is happening. We do believe that as you get past that 12-month mark, we're going to start to see the inventory tighten up again, because so many people pulled back on building new projects and permitting new projects as the interest rates started to rise in 2022. So there is a light at the end of the tunnel there, but it is going to be a longer and a little bit more painful lease-up process here for the next 12 months. Yeah. Now, that said, Jim, there's a lot of positives about our quad product that, I'm dwelling on the negative, but I'm the pessimist, as you say.
I know. So the optimist, well, not even the optimist, the realist, though. So I look at quads as one of the best things that we've ever done, because they are just below that commercial realm without going into the commercial realm. And if you don't understand financing, commercial financing is really terrible right now. As Chris talked about in another video, that's why a lot of these larger commercial projects were put on hold. Even these big guys can't get it to pencil out. But the quad goes right underneath that commercial financing and stays in the residential realm. And that advantage, being able to get the most amount of units, 4 units, 4 tenants under one roof, has a lot of advantage to it. One of the things that we saw is, first of all, no one was really building quads. It was a very unknown thing. And when looking around at quads, there weren't, many built, since the 50s and 60s. So when we stepped in, we were recreating a market that we knew was there. And it got the results. Looking back on almost a decade of doing this, quads have had some of the highest rental growth and value growth for any of the projects we've ever done. They also get to take advantage of that residential financing. And that residential financing is so key to be able to get, again, instead of the commercial. I mean, commercial, you might be locking for 3-5 years. Here, we're still able to get you 30-year fixed, and that makes a huge difference for not only a long-term approach, but also a better safety score for you. And when you have a quad in this position, you're also getting an asset we know that is highly desirable not only for renters who don't want to live in a large apartment building, but also down the road if you decide to sell to other investors. And we've seen some investors sell at really high values after holding a quad for 5 years with those fundamentals behind their back. So as Chris said, you have to take the good with the bad with whatever real estate investing I've ever done for the last 25 years. I know there's two sides to everything. The one side on quads that I've always seen, Chris, like you said, they take longer to stabilize. Any project we've ever done, from scattered lots in Ocala to Western Way in South Jacksonville, one of the nicest areas we've ever built in, they have always taken longer. I don't know if the marketing's a little bit different because it's a niche product, but with the good, there is so much more to the good, and that's why I still continue to think they're one of the best things that we offer, especially for people who have certain financial goals, saying, hey, I want to use my serviceability with lenders to get the most amount of cash flow I can for my retirement, for generational wealth. And the quads are definitely an excellent tool to make that happen.
Yeah, and and a couple other things to throw in there. One is the cost segregation.
Cost seg, I didn't even think of that.
So that they tend to be the ones that provide the best results on the cost seg studies as well. So there's a lot of advantages there. I will say, as much as it drives me crazy that it's taking us longer to lease these right now. We still obviously very much believe in the product, to the point that we've just contracted 3 new parcels of land that we intend to build quadruplexes on in the state of Florida right now. So we feel like it's a great product. It's a product that's going to be here for the long run, and it's going to be a great investment vehicle. But just know, for the next 12 months, lease ups are going to be a little bit slower.
Yeah, so keep an eye on this. If you are not comfortable with the longer stabilization period, that's why we have property counselors working with different options. Look at a single family home, look at a duplex. But if you are more of the patient investor, you like the fundamentals I talked about, and you're willing to have a little more of your initial investment in the stabilization part go into that type of project and long-term investment, then you can do very well. The stats are there. We have the proof of concept from just, again, the other projects we've done with quads. We've seen this before. We feel really good about it. So whichever is best for you, we're here to work with you on it. Just wanted to give you this update. We feel good overall. Chris, you got anything to finalize with?
No, I think that's it.
Great. Well, hopefully this was helpful. We'll look forward to talking to you guys again soon. Take care.
Thanks, everybody.